Hi, this is Wes from W Farmstead. It's been a year now that we've had this Grasshopper 400D and this 725D with the T6 transmissions on it. I'm going to do a quick review on the 725D with the T6 and just kind of give you my thoughts and everything on it, and so that if you're thinking about purchasing like something like this, then you just kind of thinking about it a little bit, and go out and see other channels and see more people using these and stuff, and draw your own conclusion. Okay, but let's go right here, and I'm going to try and stop saying okay, that crutch word. And so. Yeah, lots of so's and lots of okays.
Okay.
I'm going to try not to do it. When we do these, we will have basically two separate videos. We'll have one for the 400D and then one here for the 725D. With the 725, I can tell you this, with the acreage we have out here, we've got right around 11, 12 acres that we take and we mow. It's a long, narrow area that we mow all down through here. Now, we didn't mow across the creek this year. We didn't really get a chance to. With everything that's been going on around here and stuff, we haven't had a chance to. But that adds about another four at the most, maybe 5 acres once you go all the way through here and then all the way down in front of one of the houses up there. But we haven't been doing that this year. So basically we're using these on mainly 11, 12 acres right now. Okay, I'm thinking if we do all of this on the other side too, along with this, it's right around 14, 15 acres total. But with mowing all this, we used to, I can tell you this, with our old mowers, we had I had a 721 D2 with the Gemini 2 transmissions. It was a 1999 model, and it had one of the newer Advantage decks, or the Duramax decks on it, and it did good and everything, but until, well, let me move over here first and then I'll come back to what I was thinking there. I was starting to skip too much, but it had an earlier version of this deck right here, and with that 721, it did a great job. It did really good. We'd mow all this acres, or all the acreage, with this, and Tanya had a 321D that she had. The main thing that kind of got us was, if this place went more than 2 weeks without mowing, we would get a little bit antsy. If we couldn't mow and it was 2 weeks and we couldn't mow, because of how quick everything grows around here and how tall it grows and everything else. And those mowers, they were great. We still would have to deal with the tall grass and everything, and it was kind of, it gave us, we got a little bit of, I don't know if you got apprehensions or anxiety about it, okay? And we would always worry about it, and it was
hard to mow.
Yeah, because it was hard to mow and it'd take us a long time, and it was frustrating. I'm sure plenty of you know or understand, or have had the frustration when you're trying to mow and it happens to be really tall, and trying to get it done, and you got all the grass buildup you have to deal with and everything else, along with mowing with the grass buildup. It just heightens your anxiety a little bit, and that was one thing that really bothered us. Well, with this 725D with the new Duramax deck on it, it changed the game. Before I was worried about it, I would have to go, like out here in the field, I would have to go real slow on my strips if it was tall. With this one, I can be almost going full speed even with it tall, and this thing will cut the grass and evacuate all the trimmings and everything. It's a difference of almost night and day between that 721 to the 725. And I really wish, I love the 725 and everything else and what it does, and it's going to be perfect for us as long as we're out here, because I plan on this one lasting 20 years at least. And
just like the other one did.
yeah, just like the other one did. But this one, I wouldn't have minded having a 900D, so I had that bigger 1.3 liter engine, but that's all right. This one does fantastic. It cuts, and it cuts fast. And I can really tell a difference I can really tell a difference with the way it evacuates and the way it cuts and everything. And I'm really happy with it. And along with some of the extras that, come with these newer ones, you've got your electric hydraulic deck lift on these, where this one you take and you hit the switch here, and then you can power fold it up, and you can change the blades and everything real easy. You put it down, and then what you can do is you can change your height and everything for when you're mowing. The one thing we did add is, if you look right here, rather than me having to lean down all the time over there to that button to adjust the height, we added this is an option that you can get that'll lift up and down your deck, which makes it a lot easier, so I don't have to bend, lean over. So whenever I lean over, generally my butt will come up off the seat a little bit, and then it shuts off.
Not to mention your hand.
Yeah, and stuff. So, but the one thing that it did save was with me, like with my hands, older I'm getting and stuff, I used to have to adjust the old deck on the 721 by hand. So I'd have to grab it and go up and down. Well, with the hydraulic deck lift on this and having this right here and everything, it's made it a lot easier. So when I'm jumping curbs, getting into areas and stuff like that, it's a lot easier. I'm really happy with it, with that, being able to do that, and being able to power fold this deck and change the blades and everything. It's real easy. Now, as far as the power with the 25 horse Kubota diesel engine, or 24.9 horse Kubota diesel engine, it does fantastic. I'm real happy with it, and everything else, and we haven't had, so far we haven't had any problems, yet it's only a year old.
So it should have any problems.
Yeah, we shouldn't have any problems. So it's only been a year now. Along with this, I don't care what anybody says. You see that top? That top, those are battle scars.
Compared to mine.
Yeah, but look on the far side over there.
Yeah, well, hardly compared
But
to this.
you see this? These are battle scars from us doing stuff. But the top here, so this top with the fan, especially being out here in Oklahoma with the heat and everything, it is a total game changer as well. It keeps the dust off of you, and it keeps a breeze, and you'd think, oh man, it's just blowing around hot air. But when you're out there mowing, it doesn't feel hot. It feels till you turn it off, and you get off the mower. It's like, oh my gosh, it's real hot out here. And so this is another option I would think about. As far as beating up the top and everything, well, you can tell we've got trees and everything else going all different ways out here and everything. So I do know that they have other tops that you can get, and it doesn't have to be a grasshopper top. This one is a grasshopper top. But the main thing is getting a fan. That fan with the top and keeping the heat off of us and everything is just fantastic. It is well worth it. The other thing that we really like are these trimmer holders right here that Grasshopper has.
You have a video of that.
Yeah, and we have a video of mounting this up. And this is awesome because you can stop somewhere, jump off, grab these, and then you can grab the weed eater and do something in a hurry, you know, trim a little bit. Because when you're mowing, you're always thinking, oh man, I need to come back and get that spot. I can't forget about that. And what do? Well, I'm getting old. I forget about it all the time. So it makes it nice. But everything else, you know, the transmissions seem to do great. Everything else on this does good. So far I'm extremely happy. We haven't had any problems. There is one problem that I have, and as soon as we're done, we've got one more mowing to do out here. And this one is kind of a small minor thing, but what we have is the grease zerk on this wheel right there is it's off. When I tried to put grease in it the first time, I put grease in it and it popped out, and then I went to try to screw it back into the hole, and it didn't stay in the hole, so it's basically stripped out. I don't know, whoever put it in at the factory or whatever, it basically was stripped out. And yeah, I could grab another and thread it and then put another zerk in it, but hey, it's under warranty. You know, I'll let them handle it, because what we'll do is down at our Grasshopper dealer down there in Locust Grove, Quantie, we will take these this year and we'll take them down there, and we'll just have them go over everything and check everything and make sure everything looks good for us. And we used to do that with the 721 and the 321. We used to always take it up about every other year. We would take it down to them, have them go through stuff. They'd check pulleys, idlers, bearings, everything else, and they go through everything and they fix it for us and take care of it. So that's something that we are going to do with these this year, is we're going to take both of them down there and have them go through it. So
Professionally checked.
Yeah, professionally checked. You know, professionally checked. And I'll have him take a look at this. But with the way it's performed and the way it's done, that's the only problem that I've had. And there has been one other that I've had, is at times the hydraulic deck lift wouldn't work. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I get down there and look. As a matter of fact, I even took and texted Harold about it. I go, Harold, what's going on? Is there something I'm supposed to do, or, you know, doing wrong or something? And this was right after we had first got it. And what happened is the connections had come loose on it, believe it or not. So before you make a fool out of yourself and call the dealer or text the dealer, make sure you take and you check all these connections and you pull them out and you reseat them. It's a typical electronic thing. Yep. So, but otherwise, you know, let's go down into here. You can see where all the wiring is for the box, for the hydraulics and everything. But no, we've actually had no problems at all with it, except for, you know, the two that I mentioned. Those are the only things, and those are minor. Those are, you know, the only one that's at fault would be the grease zerk. The other one is an idiot move by me. So, but other one, yeah, it was funny. Harold made fun of me. So, but yeah, but otherwise, you know, I've been real happy with it. Like I said, we haven't had an issue. The decks have been holding up real good. We've been going through, of course, out here, you sharpen your blades and then you sharpen the rocks. And then you have to sharpen your blades again and then you sharpen all the rocks. It's just the way it is. Rocks are bad around here. They grow like rabbits. But otherwise, you know, I can definitely recommend them. With us having the diesel engine, having the diesel fuel and everything out here, it's much easier to deal with your diesel engine for me than it is for dealing with gasoline engines. I'm not that great with gasoline engines and handling carburetors and everything else, but you know, I can actually work on a diesel engine. It's easier for me to do work on a diesel engine. So, but no, decent. You know, this thing's done great, and you know, so far we're real happy with it. That's pretty much it. I've touched about the fan, the top, and yeah, you can tell we actually work these. So you do beat them up around here. When we first got it, the canopy was up. You know, it was more straight across here. And with it being straight across, I ended up to hit more things. So I angled it down more, like Tanya's is, on her 400. And I can see, I tend to pay attention a little bit more, but not enough. You still hit things.
And it keeps the sun out.
Yeah, and it helps keep the sun down off of you and stuff a little bit more. But I'm happy with it. We'll do a 2-year review coming up next year. And so I have no complaints except for, like I said, the electrical thing that was me and the grease circ. Oh, and the other thing that we had was the piece right here. I don't know if, I think I pointed that out, was there was, to hold this strap on, this little bungee strap, there was a rivet through there to hold it on. Well, the rivet broke off. So I just took and got a small bolt with 2 nuts and just locked the nuts and across there, and you know, that works great. And that was the only other thing. And see, that's getting nitpicky on stuff. But besides that, no, it's done great. I would recommend it, at least right now. I would definitely recommend the Grasshoppers. And another thing that helps is having a good, strong dealer with Quantie sales in Locust Grove, Oklahoma, and Harold Jr. Having Harold and everything around makes it really nice. It's more pleasant. I know the dealer will take care of us and everything else. So the 725 DT6 with the T6 transmissions, I definitely suggest it. Real happy with the cut, real happy with the speed with the cut, and that fear of not getting the grass cut on time and everything else. Don't have that anymore. And you know what, that not having that worry just kind of takes stress off of you.
Good relief.
Yeah, it's definitely a good relief. So, but you know, that's pretty much it. All I can say is if you're looking at one of these, do your research and research them and everything else. You know, find a good dealer. Research your dealer is another important thing, because your dealer has to be your backbone if you get something like this and everything. So remember that. Always research the product and research the dealer. So I can suggest this. There's plenty of other good models out there. You know, you've got what? You've got Skag, you've got Toro, you've got Exmark, you've got Ferris, you've got, there's a bunch of other good brands out there, and you know, they all do a good job. And you know what makes it the ultimate is making sure that your dealer takes care of you and everything's good. So okay, I'm done babbling. So I would, as far as it goes from a year in, very little problems. It's only menial stuff. I would suggest it. Just do your research and make your own conclusions. And I'll tell you what, you all have a good one. We'll talk to you later.